Hey guys, Jim here. Basically just going out today to do a weather test on a jacket we picked up. It's a Tourmaster Sonora Air. And I'm wearing it today without the quilted liner, and I'm wearing it without the waterproof liner. And I've got a sweatshirt on underneath. But dear Lord, does this thing seem to move air. It's about 50 degrees or so. And maybe a little bit damp. I feel like I'm riding around in a t-shirt. Yeah, it is breezy. This is going to be a great, just an absolutely great warm weather jacket. And I figure with the inserts in it, from the reports I've read, it'll do pretty good as a cooler weather, wet weather kind of jacket. But man, you do not want to be wearing this thing without the liner if it's cold outside. Because yeah, it is flowing all kinds of air. It's kind of a wet, cold, miserable day. Well, not cold, it's cool. It's about 50 degrees. But it's kind of a miserable day, but it stopped raining for a little while, so I don't know, I just had to get out of the house and put a few miles in. Yeah, that back there, the side of the road gave away. Glad I wasn't coming through when it happened. But even with the less than perfect weather, it's still a nice area to ride. It's not even horrible weather to ride in. Just got to keep in mind that, well, it's wet. People seem to lose their minds, forget how the hell to drive when it's wet, or it snows, or there's a little bit of ice out. I don't know, it'd be easier to say, you know, people just lose their damn minds when they get behind the wheel of a car. Between fiddling with cell phones and changing stations on the radio, reaching back to smack the kid in the back seat. Seems like people are paying attention to everything in the world except for driving. But hell, I guess behind the wheel I've been guilty of that too, more than likely. You just gotta got to keep your head on a damn swivel. Yeah, guys are going to be coming in from both sides, crossing your center line, forgetting where they're going, jamming on the brakes so they don't miss a turn that they could go down a 1/8 of a mile, turn around safely and go back to. Yeah. You just basically chalk it up to people suck. But yeah, I wish the weather was a little bit better. This is a nice, pretty drive and good weather. Yeah, this is essentially me heading out towards the Georgia line. I live close enough that if I was determined, I could probably make it into Georgia in an easy 15 minutes on these 35-mile-an-hour speed limit areas. You look over there, that's part of Lake Hartwell. It's been raining a bit, so it's kind of muddy. On our route here, we pass cattle, we pass horses. More than likely pass a vehicle in someone's yard up on blocks. Maybe a toilet out in the front yard. Excuse me. But it's still a decent drive. Using this as another camera test also to see if I'm going to have a neck guard to keep the air out from inside the helmet. If anything, I hope I'll be able to just get away with a little cover over the bottom and not have to totally wrap my neck. That way it really won't affect a whole lot on warmer weather. Yeah, there's more of Lake Hartwell over there. Now, I was born and lived a lot of years in Georgia. It feels kind of nice to live close enough that I can, you know, zip over the line every now and then if I feel like it. When we were looking at moving over into this area, one of the first things we did when we were out looking, popped into a little small convenience store right over the Georgia line. Grabbed a couple of knee highs. We had just come down here from Pennsylvania. And I couldn't just pop into every little store in the area and expect to find a knee high. The little convenience store had knee highs and moon pies and RCs, and it was just redneck heaven. Yeah, I don't think I'll be riding without the liner in this thing anymore. It's freaking chilly now. I should have just grabbed my jacket. I've got a Tourmaster Transition 3, and I'd be just warm and toasty in it doing this right here. Oh man. It's miserable and all the smart people are in out of the weather. There we go. There's Lake Hartwell. I probably should have grabbed different gloves too. These things are moving air real nice. But hey, this is my first winter riding in, oh god, years. And while it's, you know, it's really not winter compared to a lot of guys, it's the overconfidence that you'll be fine that can be your undoing. Like a long enough ride in a misting rain at this temperature, it wouldn't be that hard to get hypothermia. And cross over the Tugaloo River. And on the other side of this river, yeah, it's a Georgia line. Makes me wish I had a boat as well as a motorcycle. I guess you could say it's brisk and refreshing out at the moment. And that little convenience store that I popped into for a knee high and a moon pie when we first moved to this area. Yeah, this is it, so I think I'll stop and see if they got a cup of coffee or a hot chocolate or something. Warm myself up before I ride back to the house. Thanks for coming along.